Hello, welcome back to Law Unfiltered. Today's topic is going to be a bit special because we are not talking about the law today, but something about what law school has never taught us about being a lawyer. I think this episode is going to be more catered to like legal interns, paralegals, CRP graduates, or students. So if you want to know what is it like to be a lawyer actually, practically, so this episode is for you. And today I'm honored to say that, Mr. Thomas has agreed to join us for our episode today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. It's 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
and
it is.
This is my new thing, 7 o'clock. Get started.
Really? I see. I will never get used to this.
Yeah. So
Are you used to this?
So all my new contracts, all my new hires are starting at 7 o'clock. As you can see, people are here at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
And they get to leave at 4.
Yeah, I think that's a perk of it. Finish work early.
Yeah, 4 o'clock, and then you can go and exercise, do whatever you want to do.
Nice. So I just have one question before we start off. What made you choose this profession?
Problem solving. I think that from early as a teenager, I think that when I look back, I think I liked problem solving, and I thought lawyering at that time, as far as when I was thinking about a career, I thought lawyers problem solve. So
That's true.
kind of aligned with what I wanted to do.
I see. But okay, so after you chose this profession and then the first few years when you've practiced, what are the things that you realized that, these are the things that I actually never learned when I was in law school?
Right. So if I'm going to look back, I think I look at it from two perspectives. One is my own personal journey, which is a bit different from what it is today. Mm-hmm. So I think there's going to be something that needs to be clarified. Okay. So if I finished in 1991, and the difference, principal difference, is that when I came back in 1981, the expectations of a law student is really different to me from what is expected today. And I think there are many reasons for that. So when I came back, I didn't have a sense. I think what I had the realistic view that I didn't study at law school. And so that panicked me into wanting to study. And then probably I just focused on accepting that I didn't know, and spent most Saturdays actually in the UM library, starting to study. So I started differently. I accepted I didn't know anything, so it was okay
to not know anything.
To not know anything, but I did put in the work. I think that I kind of was lucky because I didn't have the feeling that, I went to law school, so I know something. I came back thinking, oh shit, I didn't study. So now I'm going to put the effort to really put effort into studying. So it was a bit different. My experience was a bit different. What I see today is students who think that they learned something in law school, and then expecting to be able to do it. And so when, say for example, a partner of the law firm then realize or tell something you don't know anything. The students' expectations gets crushed, and they I think that maybe they don't have the strategy to deal with that. So for me, I think my experience, I was lucky because I didn't study, so therefore I knew I had to do something. So I think if people came with the view that, okay, I really need to now do something about it, I sacrifice my Saturdays during pupillage with the acceptance that I need to catch up.
Yeah.
So if today we spoke about somebody sacrificing a Saturday,
it's a big no-no.
Yeah, it will be
that's something
that's not fair, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's anything right or wrong. I'm saying it as it is. So I don't take the view that people cannot have that view. But I think it's just about
how much effort you want to put into this work.
Accepting what is the reality, which is that if if you didn't put in effort in law school in the right things, you have to put in effort when you start. And effort means time. Nobody's got a magical formula that you can put effort without time.
Yeah.
So some people who are smarter, who have got natural inclination towards the work, will spend less time. Those who don't have will have to spend more time. But at the end of the day, it's about time.
Yeah, I think that brings us to like the first thing that law school has never taught us is work-life balance. I personally think that every day is just working day because, okay, for example, like when I was doing CLP, what we are expected to know is rules, right? Procedures. That's all we need to do. We need to cram everything in our head and then we need to go to the exam hall and just do it. But nobody has ever taught us actually that is not enough. When you go to when you are practicing, knowing the procedure is one thing. And then after that, you need to put in hours and hours in your research. When you find one case to support you, there may be other cases to not support you. Now you have to learn those cases. And then you have to find out why these cases did not support you. What did the facts say? Maybe this case has been overruled. Okay, why has it been overruled? And then after that, you need to, this research just goes on and on and on. Because I think nowadays, there's too many lawyers. And everyone can be better than you. So you just have to know more than what other people know. That's what I feel. And then that's where the work-life balance comes in because you just need to keep doing it. You may not be just doing one file. You are doing so many files and then so many trials and hearings are coming up. And all these things, I would say expectations did not come together with the law school because we were just taught to pass the exam. And this is why it shocks a lot of people to know that, oh, actually, I have to work on Saturday and Sundays now, but there's no choice. You just have to do it. That's what I think law school didn't teach us at that time.
Yeah, so I've been very open about my views that if we accept that the law degree as is taught in most law schools is just a basic general arts degree.
It's like a tip of the iceberg.
Then we don't have unrealistic expectations of what a law school is doing. But if we think that law school is going to get us practice ready, then we're going to have a lot of problems. I don't think that law schools have the sufficient resources nor resources to make the teaching of law to get law students practice ready, because that will mean a law degree will be very expensive. So if you wanted to have a law school, get lawyers practice ready or at least get them started in some way, then it will become a very expensive degree. So the flip side is access to law school becomes difficult if the expectation is law schools need to get practice ready. So what do? I think that for those who want to practice, the law school need to have some opportunity for the law students to see what the reality is going to be, what are the skills that are required, so that they could pick up those skills during the 4 years. So learning for exam is totally not a skill that we need. So that means your 4 years, you're learning to pass exams, which is not a skill that we need.
Yeah.
And so when you hit at practice, you really need a big mind shift. So if you have been that kind of person, which is you passed exam at primary school, you passed your exam at secondary school, you've gone to law school and you passed your exams, you haven't put your intellect to great criticism or critical thinking, you're going to have a problem.
I agree, yeah.
So that needs to be maybe told to law students early so that they're aware these are the skills they need to pick up alongside the law exam based teaching.
Especially, I think, advocacy skills that's something that law school, like for example CLP, doesn't teach you. I think that is also something that really hits the law graduates when they go to pupillage. I think it's just a bit difficult with the transition, right? I think that's what like you're trying to say as well.
Well, let's say we have a law school and that gives you some indication. So, for example, if you had aspired to be a litigation lawyer, and I remember in my first tutorial at Adelaide Law School, when we had difficulty communicating, it was made very clear by the tutor on the first day of my tutorial, on the first day of tutorial, that I was told, we'll get you help with communication.
Like what? Like,
so it was made clear to me that you need to improve your communication skills. So that was on the first day.
Communication with who?
So in our tutorial class, we're expected to speak and give views about things. And when I had difficulty doing that, the tutor actually made it a point to get extra help. So do you understand that they were already saying to you, Matthew, if you want to be a lawyer, you need to improve your communication skills, both written and oral communication skills. And the tutor actually assisted in getting help, extra help. So
that's very
so
helpful.
that means on my first day at a tutorial class in 1987, somebody is flagging up that you need to improve a skill. That's not an exam. I didn't need that skill to pass an exam, right? Of course, the written communication skill. But my point is, there was a tutor that alerted, flagged up. Do you want to be in court? So you need to improve. You need to do this.
Yeah.
So let's look at law school today, right?
Yeah.
Just on the awareness, I wonder if the tutor will say, hey, how many of you would like to be a litigation lawyer? How many of you would like to go to court? Have you seen a court? Can I take you there? Can I show you that? If you have difficulty communicating, you need to practice, you need to do something about it. So just those kind of things.
It's not there today.
Because it's exam based, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
it's not, and to be fair,
It's not a skill that you need to pass the exam.
yes, and I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not a tutor in a tutorial class, and I don't know how people respond. But I get a sense, my experience was slightly different. So if today some people came out and say, hey, how many of you want to be a litigation lawyer? Nobody puts up a hand, nobody speaks, nobody communicates, everybody is a bit shy. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah.
But my thinking is that a law school should alert you to your strengths. And if, for example, you say you want to be a litigation lawyer, then they should alert you what are the soft skills that are required, give you some ideas about it. So if you just say, oh, yeah, you should take part in moot competition, I just think, okay, so what? But if a tutor actually had opportunity to speak to you, hey, Celine, you want to be a litigation lawyer, right? These are the soft skills that you need to. I mean, that's what I think a law school should be able to do. Should be able to develop. I mean, if you're a pupil and say a law firm, right? And if we did that, let's say we didn't speak to a pupil and say, hey, listen, I think you got these strengths, and I think you need to you can work on this because you want to, let's say a pupil says, I want to be a litigation lawyer, and the pupil doesn't write well. What do you think we'll do? We'll say, hey, listen, this is what is expected. How can you get help? So I just feel that I had the opportunity of people telling me early what I needed to do. So then we do some work about it.
Yeah.
So these kind of things need to happen in law school, I think. And for that to happen, I think just about how they do things
Needs to change.
needs to change a little bit.
Right. But I think one thing interesting that you pointed out just now is like during pupillage, maybe somebody like, for example, your master can tell you, okay, you have this strengths, and then so how can you work on that? But now it goes to like the second thing that I want to talk about like how what law school never taught us is the immense pressure of hierarchy difference. You know, like a bullying thing that is going on in this profession. I mean, we cannot deny the fact that some people has very bad experience when it comes to pupillage because their master is or any other senior lawyers are just so like they treat them in the most inhumane way. I mean, personally, I had the best experience during my pupillage. My master really taught me slowly, patiently a lot of things, and but not everybody got that. So in terms of that, I think maybe that's one of the things that it really shook the law students. Like this is something that nobody addressed in school, right?
So two things. One is I'm not someone is going to say that I'm not sure the extent of bullying. I understand that people have been talking about it. I'm not really sure the extent of bullying. Number one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's assume that certain senior lawyers speak in harsh tones. Then you have got a level, right? I've seen harsh tones in terms of just harsh tones in, say for example, if you say this submission is crap,
That's not bad.
is that I've seen when somebody says, "Oh, your work is crap."
Yeah. Why are you
say
doing?
this is crap, and then the reasons for it. I've seen people not being able to take that kind of feedback.
What?
Right? And so I don't know whether sometimes people will think a constructive feedback is seen as bullying. So so that's one part. I'm not sure. The second part is maybe this, and I don't want to justify senior lawyers who do it. So sometimes I think it's a frustration. So when they're under pressure, they have expectations that something that works will be given to them, and when it's so below par, then
Explodes.
some of their frustration comes out. And I'm not trying to justify that, but I think that's something that maybe needs to look at.
Yes.
The third part is when you talk about bullying, are you saying they are bullied into doing things that is not expected? So I'm not.
Okay, so what I've heard.
Let's say I'd like to
Yeah.
hear an example.
Okay, what I've heard is like for example calling names like bitch, stupid or what? Like why am I reading
Right, okay.
something like
So,
that?
yeah,
Or like
okay.
throwing books, throwing files, like just yelling at you in front of everyone in the office,
All right. Okay, that I think is not acceptable.
not wanting to sign the certificate for the the
all,
privilege, the
all those
aura.
things is wrong. Okay, so for
Yeah.
I think that is not justifiable. I mean that it cannot be accepted. If you take on a role as a master, you do need to have time to counsel your pupil.
Oh, yeah.
I have said, hey, this work is crap. That's different from saying you are crap or you are stupid.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we should ask, hey, and did I call anyone stupid? No, right? I don't, hopefully not. Okay.